Hello everyone, it's me, NYSE Einstein, from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. We have completed the first week of September, and it's been quite a woolly one at best. The market is now not really broken down more than 100 points in the Dow from the 26th Dow we hit last week, closing out at 25.9. The market was off about 80 points. Russell off an odd lot, S&P off a little more than that. It's kind of fascinating what's going through. So I really feel like usually in the beginning of months we're seeing a lot of fresh cash coming into the market. And I still believe we are seeing that, but we're not seeing a positive reaction. How is that living itself out in the marketplace? We've seen a number of days, and you and I have talked about it, where we've seen a dislocation with the Dow and the S&P and the Russell. Today was a little bit of a different thing. What dragged down the problems with Boeing today. Some other Dow stocks dragged it down severely. And then, of course, there were the tweets by our illustrious president about $248 billion more midday of tariffs to China, in addition to $200 billion that had already been on the table. And the market went from up 35 in the Dow to down 150 in a very short period of time. And in my opinion, that's a quick, hostile obliteration of a market that was sort of heading its way from a really weak opening over an emotional reaction to numbers of unemployment and whatnot that were interpreted as negative after they redid last month's numbers, which at the end of the day, I don't know. I don't put a lot of onus on those numbers. Unemployment staying steady at the low end of the range. Rehashing last month's numbers did make people react in a negative way. Market opened down 150 points and then actually rallied into the green before the tweet came out. So we've gone from down 150 to back up about 30 or 40 into the mid-afternoon. If we look at the time it happened, it happened exactly at noon. The tweet came out. It was from the president, and the market sold off hard. It never really gained its footing back after that because the press and the headlines kept reiterating the information, and that kept people hitting the sell signals, sell orders, and net. The imbalances over the afternoon were kind of quiet. Sell side lean. The market did respond favorably from my point of view and did sell off a little bit, even rallying into the close. So that's much ado about nothing in a big way. The week was really a lot of money coming in and out of the market trading sideways, closing out reasonably for the first week. And so we have a lot to learn about what's going to happen relative to tariffs, relative to the president, relative to whatever scandals we're seeing happen, relative to what the market plans for the fourth quarter. Interest rate rises are on the horizon, but they're selling into a solid market. The Russell is a bit of a profit-taking situation. The S&P was taken down by tech this morning also, and by the employment reevaluation numbers, but then did switch up around 10:30 when we saw tech, which has really been hit hard. The Facebooks, the Alphabets, and whatnot sort of turned around and took the market back up into positive. That kind of followed suit with the negative narrative of the afternoon. Net, it was a very red day. It was a anemically red day, not a lot going on. So we're closing out the week at 25.9. Even though it has been negative on the week, that is really not much to say about anything. So let's not read too much into it. Next week is going to be a good week. It's a holiday for the Jews. Rosh Hashanah on Monday. Could be a slightly quiet week. Happy New Year to everybody out there who is Jewish, and we'll see what happens. We have September 11th, another holiday to commemorate here on the floor. We also have next week commemorating the 10th anniversary of the Lehman Brothers bankruptcy and the crash of 2007 and 2008. So we got a lot on the horizon. I wish you all a great weekend. NYSE Einstein, inside Bergstock, from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. I'll see you on Monday.